This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. I like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachahakodash. Double honors to my other apostles, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful members of the elect, the Bacharim, the house of David, that has been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these lasting times and to be the ruling, governing body of the nation of Yasha'Allah. All right. Now, I read this scripture because of what's been happening in the United States, all across Babylon. All right. This is from breaking news. It says workers are calling out sick in droves, leaving employers scrambling. You see? Just give me 1 second, real quick, Slakia. Okay, Slakia about that. But let's continue on. So, yeah, nationwide, people are calling in sick. All right, it's this is hurting the economy. All right, alone. You see, as you can see, this picture, closed due to staffing issues. We are closed for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week. That means chances are they're not gonna open up. All right. Sorry for for any inconvenience. This is what a closed sign is taped to the door of the Main Street pub in Clifton, Virginia, last month. Man, the Omarion has left employers around. The Omarion has left employers around the country short of workers, sometimes very short. A United Airlines CEO, Scott Kirby, said nearly a third of the workforce called out sick. I'm going to put this on airplane mode. All right. All of a sudden, brothers want to call me. I'll call him in a minute. I'll call him after I'm done with this. So lock here, brother. But yeah, it says the Marion has left employers around the country short of workers, sometimes very short. At United Airlines, CEO Scott Kirby said nearly a third of the workforce called out sick on one day alone at Newark Liberty International Airport. You hear that? It says nearly a third of the workforce called out sick on one day alone at Newark Liberty International Airport. All right. At Mom's Organic Market, some of its East Coast stores have had to deal with 15 out of 50 workers out on a single day. And at the Community Health Center, Mary Center in Washington, D.C., half of the Crown response team tested positive for the V over the past few weeks. All right, I have to use code words here. And yet doors remain open. The show must go on. Stores are closing early, opening later. With new Crown Royal cases soaring above 800,000 a day, workers are calling out sick in droves, and employers around the country are scrambling to adapt, often on the fly. All right, now people are getting sick. I got sick last weekend, but I pray to y'all Bashmasha, I pray to my power. It's just a flu or it's just a cold. You have to remember. All right. And I made some teas. I strengthened my immune system. Got to increase your white blood cells, all right, and your red blood cells. You see, and ultimately, you gotta just hey, deal with it, all right. But you take the herbs, not know, what you see, because that's gonna give you immune deficiency. That's a MRN2 shot, all right. That's what it is, all right. You see, so these people, man. Yeah, a lot of people are getting sick. That's true. All right. And I believe personally as a man that ever since Esau released that 5G, all right, things have been people have been getting uh uh things have been it's like I'm losing my train of thought, but ever since he released that 5G radiation, all right, people have been getting sick and it's been disrupting people's immune systems, all right. And I like to say mRNA, not mRNA2, by the way, mRNA, all right. It's a mRNA shot, you see. So yeah, man, and this is affecting the economy alone, you see, and these elites know it, all right. These elites know it, you see. And plus, people are getting benefits from the government, and some of them don't even want to go back to work. But now people are getting sick, you know. So this is gonna hurt the economy alone, right here. You see, it says the department store Macy's decided to shorten store hours for January, opening all locations an hour late and closing an hour early. The Smithsonian's National Zoo in Washington D.C. is temporarily moving to a Thursday through Sunday schedule. Before the pandemic, it was open every day except Christmas. Wow. So only Thursday to Sunday. That's only 3 days. You see? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was 4 days, all right? So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's only open throughout the week. Advocate Aurora Health of Wisconsin has temporarily closed 3 urgent care centers and moved staff to busier locations. It says your broccoli might not be as clean as usual. Mom's Organic Market isn't cutting hours, but with so many workers out sick, things have been a bit different. Grocers aren't being bagged for every customer. Shopping carts may be left scattered in the parking lot. The broccoli may not be as clean as usual, in part because someone who doesn't normally work in produce is filling in. The end goal that we have had so far is as minimal disruption for our customers as possible, knowing that sometimes we're going to have to not be as attentive to details, says John Croft, Chief Culture Officer at Moms. The Maryland based grocer has 21 locations. As a thank you to workers who have been putting in their hours and then some, Moms introduced a $2 per hour bonus for all employees who complete their scheduled shifts within any pay period. A $2 increase, $2 increase. All right, that's all they're giving these people. It says testing and juice demand explodes just as employees fall ill. At Mary Center, which serves communities in Washington, D.C. and Maryland, there's also been a lot of pinch hitting among employees. Demand for testing and juice exploded over the holidays, just as scores of the healthcare center's employees were falling ill, including medical staff. And that's one of the reasons why people are falling sick. A lot of them do have that, you know what. All right. Now, brothers got it, and of course, we didn't take that, you see. So, how much more for these people that have taken it and, their immune system is weakened? You see, it's all being done by design. All right. And with the 5G radiation out, and, you know, who knows what kind of new pestilence is evolving right now, being created in these laboratories. Oh, man. When another pestilence happens, a serious, deadly one, all right, expect to see dead bodies on the floor, Lord willing. All right. Okay. Expect to see dead bodies on the floor. Okay. It says, let me see. In order to continue providing Crown Royal related and other services, they moved staff around to different locations depending on where the most absences were that day. People started taking on tasks that were more beyond the scope of their noble jobs. As project manager of the obviously almost said the word Crown Royal Response Team, Rolando Delgado coordinates juice clinics in schools, churches, and other locations across the region. But with 15 years of experience working as a nurse in Venezuela. He was also able to help out with administering both Crown Royal tests and the juice. All right. At hospitals, the fear is running out of staff. All right. Even as staffing shortages ease in some workplaces, hospitals are in crisis mode. At Rush University Medical Center in Chicago, makeshift emergency rooms have been set up in different parts of the hospital, including in the lobby. The impending fear is that we'll run out of staff, says Dr. Omar Latif, a pulmonary critical care physician who serves as the hospital's president and CEO. Recently, on any given day, Latif says 3% to 5% of the hospital's workforce is out sick, which would not be a problem in normal times, but now with an unprecedented number of new patients crowding out hallways on temporary beds, they need all the staff they can get to handle the surge. The Omarion driven staffing crunch in hospitals comes on top of years of staffing shortages in healthcare, especially in nursing. Workers were exhausted before the surge, says Rush Chief Nursing Officer Angelique Richard, and yet they are showing up, covering for one another, and working back to back shifts. I think the resilience comes from the fact that healthcare providers know why they go into this field. She says it's to save lives, and there are lives on the other end of this. You see, so yeah, man, this is hurting the economy. All right, work shortage. You know, people are calling it sick. Okay. Oh, let me turn off this airplane mode. I do want to see what the comments say. Let me go back. All right, bear with me for 1 second. What happens when you let fear of a 99.7 survivable take over your livelihoods? You let useless government call you non-essential and you went along with it, right? Yeah, and again, it's this juice that's causing this. Any health official out there that says these juice, all right, and not just the juice, but the 5G radiation, because again, brothers, we got sick too, all right, and it's that season anyways, all right, but how much more when the sky is being sprayed with chemtrails, all right, the food is genetically modified, you know, you have the air polluted, all right, then with the 5G, you see, and then this flu is that's been created in laboratories is going around. All right. You see? So it says any health official out there that says these juice are safe needs to have their license revoked. The safety of all juice can only be known after over a period of 5 to 10 years of testing to measure its long-term safety, effects, and effectiveness. After almost 2 years of juice, we now know that it causes blood clots, causes myocarditis, pericarditis, paralysis, miscarriages, nerve spasms, and all manner of neurological disorders, even death. We also know that the juice neither protects you from catching you know what and spreading you know what, okay? Right. Oh, karma is a beautiful thing. They forced an experimental you know what juice, and now the juice are getting you know what like crazy. The same in the hospitals where unjuiced are working while the juiced are at home with the crown or being forced to work with the crown. All right. Yeah, that is ironic. You see? So yeah, man, just want to make this quick video. Hey, we're barely in the month of January. January 18th. and this is hard hitting the American economy. All right, let's see what transpires in the next months ahead, in the few weeks ahead. So giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Rachakodash, the Bonner Smarter Apostles, a great millstone, peace and salutation to the elect. With that, Shalom.